Welcome back to the Cooper Lyden is Alone podcast hour. Wow, so good to have you. So good to be here. Wow, really, what a feeling that we're all together again. Thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, this is a really special episode because nothing is different from the last episode. So that's pretty special about consistency and keeping things going. But I've been good. I was at the Comedy Store last night. I worked in the parking lot, parking the comics cars. Mark Maron, Eliza Schlesinger, all the famous comics. I was parking their cars. And it was a tough night because we have our own parking lot, but it's very small. So there is also a big ramp, kind of a driveway up to the garage at the Ondas, right next to the Comedy Store. And we're allowed to park a few of our cars along the railing at the hotel next to us if the lot fills up. And I wasn't able to use that parking because they had rented out the ramp. This is LA's most prime real estate, is this ramp where you can park like 7 cars along the railing. It's the most prime real estate. We use it every night at the Comedy Store. And now this hotel is renting it out to other people to use. Everybody wants a hand on it, you know? Last night I felt like an Appalachian family being pushed out of their home. You know what I mean? I was like, we toil on this land. I use this ramp to park cars of famous comics when I run out of room. I need this. And they said, it ain't yours no more. It ain't yours no more. And I had nowhere to put my children, my cars, my beautiful Mark Maron cars. And I couldn't use it. And the guy, they didn't fully need it. They had rented it out for some event. All that was happening was, a few large vans would show up, they would park, people would get in or get out. And I think they were just being shuttled up to some rich person's party in the hills. It wasn't even anything important. And the guy running it, I was like, hey, are you guys using this tonight? And he goes, yeah, it's ours, which I hate. He immediately went to, it's ours. And I was like, okay, well, we use this to park every night. So did you got permission from the hotel? He goes, yeah, we need the whole thing. It's ours. And it was just immediately like, hey, what we're doing over here is super important. Because that's how people act when they have an event. Like, I think these were literally just rich people going to a party, And he's like, no. Like, when anybody has an event, if you ever meet a caterer, they're the worst people in the world because it's like they open a new restaurant every time they work. So they're so stressed and it's hard to put everything together. And people think that events are so much more important than a business because they're like, well, you're just parking cars like you always do. And it's like, no, it's crazy busy here every single night at the Comedy Store. That's why we use that ramp. You just have this event tonight and you think it's like a big fucking deal. And it's not. But he had that energy. And they weren't using the entirety of the ramp. I could have used it to park some cars. And so at one point I went up and I asked him, I go, hey, are you using the entire ramp? Because I could park a car down here. And he pretty much cut me off. He's like, yeah, we got 3 cars. We got, I need this whole ramp. We got 3 vans coming in. And I just went, okay. Because it was one of those moments where I didn't like the way he was acting. He was brief and rude, and he had this stupid sense of importance that was only put on him by his boss, telling him that everything he's doing is a big deal. And so anybody in his way, like me, saying, can I park a car here, it's met with utter disdain. And I understood that. And he said, I need the whole ramp. And I wanted to say, you don't. I can see you don't. I've been watching this all night. You don't. I could park one more car here and your whole operation would run the exact same. I know that. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact because my boss left his car on the ramp, even though he was asked to move it. He just said no. He left it there the whole night. It did not impact a single thing he was doing. But, I wanted to say, hey, there actually is room. But the thing is I've been, and I was that same night, just as stressed as that guy. I've been just as stressed as that guy about a stupid job that doesn't fucking matter. And I know the feeling when you feel overwhelmed and somebody comes in from left field and goes, can I add something to your situation? You just go, no. And he said no. And I was like, all right, and I just didn't push it. And it was weird because it's like, we were enemies because he was part of some organization that was fucking me over and making my job harder. But also, I knew that he was in a similar position. So in that way, I had to see his side of it. And he probably just thought I was some fucking asshole. Because I didn't get any good graces with him to begin with. When I first talked to him, I was like, hey, are you using the ramp? He goes, yeah. Do you know whose cars these are, by the way? We need these moved. And I go, well, those are a couple of our cars. My boss parked it there. We always park it there. And he goes, well, can you get it moved? And I didn't even look at him. I just go, we'll see. Because I didn't like his attitude, And so I knew later when I went up to ask him if I could park some cars there wasn't any good grace there, I don't know. I feel very disrespected in that lot quite often. And I'm one of those guys, I fight against it, but I am one of those guys that's naturally like, fucking nobody listens to me, So then that breeds in your soul. But at one point, it was, it was a packed lot. I didn't have any room. And what's funny about the Comedy Store is everything will be fine until somebody who's dumb and doesn't know what's going on shows up out of nowhere and just throws a kink in the whole works. It fucks everything up. And that's what happened, because I was sitting in the lot, a car I don't recognize shows up, a woman I don't recognize gets out holding a bag of food, and I'm like, hey, are you delivering something? And she's like Russian or something. She speaks like little to no English. And I go, are you delivering food for somebody? And she's like, oh. I'm like, what's the name on it? And she shows me it. And I go, yeah, that's a different location. And she goes, oh, okay. And then she starts to just walk out of the lot and leave her car. And I go, hey, no, you got to take your car. You can't park here. So this is what I've been trying to tell her this whole time. You can't park here. And she looks at me and she goes, 1 second, please. And then just walks away, doesn't listen to a word I'm saying, doesn't care about the fact that she can't park the car there, doesn't care about the fact that as long as that car is in the lot, it's a problem for me. And if more cars come in, it's going to be harder for her to get out. And it's a big issue. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to care. And she just walked, and I just watched her walk away, and I felt so like nothing. I just felt, just because so much of this job is telling people to do something and them saying, fuck you. And it happens so much. And just so much of the job is just looking at people and just going, is this a problem with me or with you? Because I looked at her walking away, and I felt a similar thing where I was like, well, she doesn't speak any fucking English. She has this job because she can't get another fucking job. She's new to the country. She doesn't know where the fuck she is. She's stressed trying to deliver this fucking Postmates. And I understood her on that level. And then she walked back and she looked at me and I looked at her. She didn't say thank you. And yeah, she didn't speak English, but I'll fucking fuck you. She knows the word thank you. She didn't say any of that. She's got back in her car and I yelled. I said, you're welcome. Nothing. Just nothing. That's what those people do. They don't give you a single thing. They talk to you enough to get what they want and call you a piece of shit, and they don't add anything else. It's so cold. It's so they don't even want to look at what they just did, because they don't care. It's not important to them. It's about getting the food to the fucking order. And I watched her drive away. And I tried to contain my anger, but I was there. Mark Maron pulled in the lot. He said, how's it going? I said, it's been fine, but this dumb fucking Russian bitch just came in and left her car even though she's not supposed to. And he had a response of an older man who had worked the exact same job. He had that job too. He parked a car. And who had been angry in that exact same lot. And it felt almost like to hear that was to reminisce for him, on a time that is probably not so missed, and I think he heard that and he was like, yeah. And I felt a little bit of shame for probably being a version of himself he's happy to have let go of, a angsty, pissed off young guy that's just mad about little stupid shit, And I did feel shame about that. I was like, I feel like I'm something that you have worked to not be as an older guy that's been through this before. And I'm still that, and I'm raw and you're just seeing it. And I did feel shame about that, but I also understood that that's who I am right now. I'm not chill, and I can still work to not fucking do that. I can work to be cool And even if I am that, to not voice things like that. But at the end of the day, sometimes you are who you are, And I don't know. I wasn't yelling. That was good. Because I pulled into work, and there was a meeting. And like I said, this entire ramp was full already. And it was fucked. I pull into the lot. My only thing is I got to park cars. I got to have space for all the cars. So I come in. The lot's pretty much already full. Night hasn't even started. It's the only job at the Comedy Store where you can show up and everything can already be fucked. Just everything is already fucked. It's like if you were a server and you showed up and you're already late to all of your tables. They're all already sat and they're waiting and they're pissed, or they're waiting for their check already. It's you show up and you're just fucked. And I parked and I got angry and I stopped and I didn't do a real breathing exercise, but I did quickly just breathe deeply 3 times. And I was like, okay, it's just fucked. And I felt kind of just hopeless from the start. But it was better because sometimes the hope turns to anger because you're like, oh, I just want to fix this. But you can't. You're just fucked. And I was just fucked. I just accepted that I was fucked from the beginning. And that's how it was. And that's interesting because I didn't have a lot of anger last night. Because I think that breathing exercise at the beginning kind of set a standard to go past the anger. To go, all right, yeah, you're angry. What else, And the what else is sadness. It's like when that lady came in and was rude to me and just delivered her Postmates and left her car like we were a fucking public lot, didn't give a shit about me, didn't offer to tip, didn't do any of that. It was just fully, I'm going to use you for whatever I want right now. She did that. And I got mad, but really I got sad. Because that's what happens. If you work through anger, what you get to is sadness. Most of the time, that anger is your sadness. You're searching for power. You're searching for something to hold on to. And that's why you get so mad, is your life's falling apart. And instead of crying, you punch a fucking wall so you can show that you have some effect on the world when you feel like you have none, And I realize that's probably why I get angry, is I really don't want to. I think I'm afraid of that real sadness. I think that's why a lot of people get angry. Because when you're angry, you just go, I'm just fucking pissed. And it's just a bad thing, and it's a problem, and you just wait till it ends, and then you're back to normal. But if you get through that anger quickly, what you'll get to is sadness. You'll still be in those feelings. They haven't been shut out or buried yet. And then you have to feel and process and work through that sadness before you get back to normal. Because the other one is you're just mad for so long, you get so fucking tired, you go to bed, you don't even realize you were sad the whole time. And that's another thing. And that's not a good way to live, But yeah, I was pissed off. And just feeling very just disrespected. And like people were just using me, And I feel that way a lot. And I never felt like a small person, But I guess I am. I'm 5'9", 140. I'm not that big of a guy. And something about working at the Comedy Store and the way people treat me and the other just nobody listens. I've stopped doing pretty much all of my jobs at the Comedy Store because they require you to tell people to do or not do something, and people don't listen to me. So I've noticed that when I do my job, all that happens is I make somebody angry. They don't actually do the thing that I need them to do. So I've because it's just a job and I don't care, I've resigned. I've essentially resigned. When I'm there, I'm just standing there. I'm not doing a fucking thing, People can do whatever they want because I know that they're going to do it anyway, and I don't want to have the feeling of being defeated and calling myself a loser. So I just go, fuck it. You go be a piece of shit, and you do what you want to do, you know what I mean? And a lot of times that works out because people end up doing it anyway. It's people are like water. They just find any fucking crack they can to fuck up your night. So if you just let go and you just let it be a worse club and not give a fuck, then your life is fine. But if you actually try, then you're shooting yourself in the foot, unless you're fucking 6'5", But if you're a guy that looks like me, fuck all those people, Don't give up completely. Nobody knows where the fucking bathroom is. Nobody's gonna know. Everybody's going to be in the way. They're going to be bothered that people keep bumping by them because really they shouldn't be standing where they're standing. But they're not going to move if I tell them to move. So I will let them be confused and pissed off and completely in all of the server's way because that's the life they want to live. If you want to be a fucking idiot and you're probably not going to listen, then I got to just let you go. And is anything I'm saying a healthy conclusion? Not at all. But I give up on people, essentially. Customer service, I give up helping people, strangers, people out in the world being able to be told that maybe they're in somebody's way. They don't work like that. 90, I'd say 60% of people, if they're in the way and you tell them they're in the way, they'll just get mad at you. And I'm not saying that I don't think people are essentially good. It's not even that deep. I'm just saying whatever the result of who everybody is at their core usually comes out with them being really pissed off if anybody tells them to do something. And a guy like me, I think they're just so offended that a skinny, not that big guy is telling them to do anything. They're just so pissed off by the idea that they can't even fathom for a second of listening to the words I'm saying. It would be an utter failure. It would be just the worst thing in the world to listen to me. So now people, they do whatever they want. And it doesn't fucking matter. I remember I was working a show. A guy walked in. He was a middle-aged dude. Didn't look like he had a ticket to the show. Looked like he might be a comic. So I went up and I go, "Hey, are you a comic on the show?" And he goes, "Evan Siegel." And I was like, I don't. And he goes, "Evan Siegel, comedian? I've been here for 30 years, probably longer than you've even been alive." And I just go, "Hey, probably," and then walked away. And I was running the room. I had to know who everybody was, where they were going, what they were going to do when they got there. But with him, he came in with so much, I know everything about this and you don't. And I knew that he was there. The shows got switched that night, and I could tell that he was there for the show that had happened before the current show. He came for a show that he thought was at 10:30. It was really at 8. He had missed the show he was there for. I knew that from the moment he walked in. I knew that, and I could have told him that. But he had this energy of, like, I know what I'm doing. Just stay out of my way. So I said, okay. And I just let him stand there, surrounded by people he doesn't know, wondering why this room is full of people he doesn't know, texting the people he does know, realizing they're not there, and eventually slowly, quietly, maybe even sadly, walking out by himself. And he could have just asked me a question, put some power in me to help him out, But he started off with such, "You don't know who the fuck I am. You should know who the fuck I am. I know what the fuck I'm doing." That I said, okay, well, you do your thing, and it's going to be wrong for as long as you're here. But I'm hoping that eventually you figure out where you're going. But I'm not going to tell you. And me, when I first started working there, would try and tell him, would work with him. And chances are would just get more pissed off or would have to spend a bunch of time hearing some stupid fucking story. And so eventually I just gave up. I gave up on I really just give up on people when I work a customer service job. In life, I think I like to believe that, people are essentially good and they're worth a shot and it's good to help people. But when you work at a club off of Sunset and people get drunk and they have their own conceptions of themselves and the night and who they are and who the fuck should talk to them, I give up on them completely. I go, you know what? You walk into the fucking basement and look for the bathroom. Do it. I don't care. Go anywhere you want. You know what I mean? I wish there was a pit in the middle of the Comedy Store with signs all around it that said, "Do not go in this pit. You'll die." Because I'd love to see how many people would die. I think it'd be 5 a night. There would be so many people that would just be like, "I'm going to go down here," and the signs would just look like colors to them. They wouldn't see them. They would just fall down into this pit. And their bodies would stack. And people would still just, "Is my server down there?" And they would just fall into that pit. Because they would. I mean, it's like I know I keep saying I'm not that negative, but this is pretty negative. But I do really believe if there was a hole in the Comedy Store that said, "Keep out, watch out, don't go in this hole," you'd have a few people a night going in the hole. And maybe you're saying, well, if you put those signs up, it's going to make people want to go in the hole. Okay, fine. Just a hole, no signs. people are still getting in that hole, you know? We have a parking lot at the Comedy Store. We have ropes around the parking lot. You know, we have, banisters, whatever they're called, things, the red ropes. And people routinely walk up to the rope, see that it is a barrier between them and the lot, and instead of assuming that that means don't go over here, they just flip up the rope and walk into an active parking lot. And we ask them to leave, and they look at me and they go, "Why?" And I look at them and I think, why are you here to begin with? You'd be surprised the amount of things adults do that are done in the same way babies do things, where it's like, why do you want to touch this hot thing so bad? And there's just so many people that they just come to the Comedy Store and they want to touch the fucking stove. And it's like, all you got to do is sit down. That's it. Just sit down. That's all you have to do. And they're like, I'm going to touch the fucking stove. I'm an adult, okay? And you just got to give up on them, you know? But it was funny. I got to go up. I got to go on stage. It was potluck last night. So the door guys, we all get to do 3 minutes guaranteed to a packed, excited, original room. And that was fun. I went up. I did this joke about Trump, where I'm just fucking around, you know. I'm just saying I envy Trump supporters because they love him so much. I don't know if I've liked anything that much. And I say, you know, like, if he gets away with this indictment, we should just let him win again. And talking about, it's like, you know, liberals are like, why do people like him? It's like, why do they like him? You know, he's like Billy the Kid. And talking about, you know, how he, you know, could he get elected again? He brings out the bullying people, and it did well. People liked it. There's a lot more to the joke. But anyway, it's an interesting joke to do because whenever you talk about Trump in a way that's not just calling him an idiot, people hesitate to laugh because nowadays, if you're not shitting on someone, you might as well be pro them, it seems like, in a lot of people's heads. But that's not what the joke's doing. The joke is sort of just trying to analyze things and make some silly, not even cogent points. They just happen to involve the president. But people get really serious when you talk about politics. They think you have to be serious, you know? You're talking about politics. This has to be a serious issue, and it's not. It's just not a serious issue, you know? So it's fun going through that because, you know, it's only 3 minutes. So I have no time to really get them on my side and make them trust me. There's really no time to do that. I mean, I did a little riff up top, but for the most part, there's no time. You just got to go right into your joke and just, you go up and you're a stranger and you show them something and then you see if they like it. And that's fun, you know, because it's just such like a spark. Like, is this gonna, you know? But I had fun with them, and it's a fun joke to do because, you know, it's like the words themselves, they don't agree with. I don't fully agree with. Just in terms of me saying, like, if he gets away with the indictment, let's elect him again, it would be funny, you know, like stuff like that. Like, that's a silly point, you know. But all I can do to have them on my side is make them trust me as a person. That they can hear me say this stuff, but then still go, well, he's not trying to hurt us with these words, you know. I like doing jokes like that. And they enjoyed it. And I didn't crush. I just did well. I didn't get the entire room freaking out, but they were laughing. But that felt like a good start. So I'm like, okay, so this is something that people are kind of thinking about, and that's not so easy for them to laugh at, but they will laugh at it. They just you gotta feed it to them, okay, you know? And I've been listening to a lot of Louis and stuff, and he's always talks about doing that and presenting things that make people think about, and then if you can get them to laugh, it's a new way of laughing. It's a good thing. But I did that, and it felt good. It felt good to know that joke is still in process, and I felt like a comedian, and I felt happy. I felt like I was maybe moving somewhere with this joke that was exciting and would teach me new things about comedy. And I walked down the lot, and I had the feeling I always feel where I go, man, it's so funny. I was mad about work, and I went on stage, and now I don't care about any of that. Now I'm just happy. I just feel good, still adrenaline. And then, you know, not 2 minutes later, that stupid Russian woman came in the lot to deliver her Uber and treated me like a fucking dog. And that was the main feeling that I felt as she walked out of the lot, as I looked at her back as she walked away, and I thought, you took it. You took it away. I felt so good because I got to go on stage and remind myself why I do this shitty job. and feel good about it and feel like I had efficacy and I felt positive, felt like I had things to look forward to. I felt like I had power in this world, that I wasn't just a guy fucking parking cars. And you came back within minutes like you were sent from God to remind me, no, Cooper, you do just park cars. Most likely you will just park cars. You're probably never going to have a career in stand-up. You're the car guy. You're the fucking car guy. And she just took it. And I think it's amazing how we can do that to people. Because I know that I choose to react to things the way I choose to react to things. It's all in my control. But I feel like even the happiest person in the world, the fact that they would even have to deal with that takes away the walking on water they were doing. Even if you deal with that in the healthiest manner of stopping and breathing, going, okay, whatever, they're stressed, I'll let them use the parking lot for a little. They're still, now you got to focus on something else. You took it from them, and I think it's amazing what us humans can do to each other, that I felt so good, and I felt happy, and I was like, all right, got off stage. This is a good night. I got off stage, I just parked these cars, and I get to go home, and it'll be good. And it's like a beautiful, fucked up thing that all it takes is just one stupid fucking idiot to fly across the world to get a stupid Postmates job, to not know where to park, not know how to read a sign that says employees only, to land up 5 feet away from me and disrespect me. I mean, she came from across the world to treat me like shit, and she took it, and I looked at her and I was like, damn, that's crazy. You don't even know. You think I'm just being an asshole, and you're just, we're all the main characters here. You needed to go do this. It doesn't matter how I feel. And I'm thinking about my special feeling and how she came and took it, And she really did. She just stole it from me. And I hate that. Because I'm fragile and I'm still so angry. And those moments where you feel good, whenever I get off stage, I feel, if it goes well, I feel good. And I try and cherish those moments and know that they're going to end. Be acutely aware that it's going to end and really appreciate that moment, because that's the best I feel. And when I'm on stage and it's going well, that's the best I feel. Everything else feels like shit most of the time. I feel really bad most of the time. Most of the time, I'm worried or anxious, upset or furious, or, best case scenario, just bored because I'm fucking stupid, and stupid people get bored, and I get bored a lot. That's how I know I'm dumb as shit, and I'm just pissed off a lot. So when I have those feelings of getting off stage and feeling good, I hold on to it, and I'm like, this is good. This feels good. And I don't feel like this for 99% of my entire life. And it was so funny because I probably could have rode that out for 15 more minutes or until the next car came in and it was back to work. Maybe even the rest of the night if everything went well. But she came in and it's like I was holding up my good feeling, and like a hawk just swoops down and took my tiny baby puppy of a feeling and ripped it apart in front of me. So she could deliver Postmates. You know what I mean? It wasn't even anything. It's not, that's what's so funny, is it was all so stupid. She didn't need to be there. She's doing a nothing job. You know what I mean? She's delivering food that doesn't even need, you can go pick it up. It's just somebody was too lazy, and I'm lazy, I do Postmates, but somebody was too fucking lazy to go get the food. So they had to have a non-English speaking, rude Russian person go pick it up, find the nearest open parking space. And that pisses me off to think, because it's like in the city, there are different ways of viewing the city and the world. I view the city as you cannot park anywhere. So if you find a place to park and you're not paying, then you're probably in the wrong place. Or in my case, you're fucking somebody over like me. Don't assume there's parking anywhere. I don't pull into any parking lots. I assume that almost nowhere has a parking lot. And if they do, you have to pay $1,000 to be in that parking lot. So I find street parking 9 miles away, and then I walk, and it's my way of staying the fuck out of people's way and making sure I'm not in the wrong place and trying to do my fucking job and just stay out of people's way in this very crowded place. And then there's other people like the stupid Russian idiot who go, no, I'll just be rude and weasel and find any little way to get the best case scenario for me. But the way that I'll get it is by disrespecting other people and disregarding the needs and wants of others and just whatever I need. All I have to do to get what I need is to just trudge through as a bitch. You know what I mean? There's just so many people in the world that are like, I'm just going to be a piece of shit. And if I'm fine with doing that, then I can cut lines, I can get the best parking, I can get cheaper meals, you can do whatever you want as long as you're fine with being a sack of shit and as long as that stuff just rolls off of you and it doesn't roll off of me. And my therapist calls it projective identification. That's why I get so mad at those people, because I go, I could never, as late as I would make me, as mad as I might be to have to find a shittier spot, I'll do it because I want to be out of people's way. And it's all I want is just to get out of other people's way. And I don't expect anybody to do the same for me. I don't. It would be silly. But it does, I still do. I can't not. It's, it's like you have these people come in and you just, like this Russian lady, I go, I'm trying to be out of people's way. Why not you? I do the shit to get out of people's way, and you don't do the same for me. And so many people view their own inconveniences as end-all, be-all, objectively bad, nobody can disagree, people have to agree this is a bad thing. They don't view it as something they just need to deal with. Guys come up, they park on the ramp, and I tell them, I go, hey, you got to move. And they go, well, there's nowhere else to park. And I go, I know. We need this parking, though. And they go, well, where do I park? I go, well, you can go down the block. And they go, I have to go all the way down the block? And I look at them like, dude, this isn't about you. It's about me and everybody. And it's only about me because I'm just the one taking care of this small swath of land. That means a lot to me. I need it to park all these cars. I need it. You don't need it. If I don't have this space, I can't move any of these cars. Everybody's going to get stuck. The whole night's fucked and I can't do my job. And other people are mad. It's a whole thing. With you just don't want to walk. That's just what you want. And every night at the Comedy Store, I deal with people who perceive their own wants as must be objective states of being. It's the only way it can be, and they will disrespect the fuck out of you to get it. And I'm not a victim in this. I'm not the guy, everybody's rude to me and it's just how people act, and it's how I act. And I don't know if the way I act is better or worse, but I know that I am a lot more fucking mad than them. And I just envy that life to just, if you carry nothing with you, then you're never guilty, you never feel like a piece of shit. They just keep moving through life, doing nothing for anybody but themselves, and they feel fucking good about it, And good on them, because I'm not going to stop them. And I've accepted that, I've accepted that I'm not going to stop them. I think that's good, that's the good thing about, having drug and alcohol problems in your family is you realize you can't save anybody from themselves. And so when you meet somebody that you're not going to know for more than 10 minutes, let's say a guy parking in the parking lot you're in charge of and he's not allowed to. You meet a guy like that and he acts like a piece of shit. It's a lot easier to just go, okay, this guy's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? That's all it is. Just a piece of shit. And he's always going to be a piece of shit, as far as I'm concerned, because I can't fix him right now. And there's a lot of people that they believe in this stupid idea that, if somebody's being a fucking asshole in a fucking coffee shop, You should get in their fucking face and beat their ass and scare them and teach them a lesson. But that doesn't work because that would need to happen to them all the fucking time for them to understand that it's not fully acceptable. And that's not going to happen. What's going to happen is some fucking lady is going to be rude in a coffee shop and you're going to yell at her, and then she's going to go, I went to the coffee shop today and I got fucking yelled at. People are assholes. And she's going to be even ruder the next time she's in the fucking coffee shop. And even if everybody called her on her shit all the time, she would just feel like the entire world fucking hates her. So it's her own change that she's got to make. It's their own change that he's got to make. It's her own change that they got to make. It's everybody's fucking issue. But yeah, that's the thing, is that's why it's just so many pieces of shit come into the lot and into the Comedy Store, and I just try and get them out of my face. That's really all I do. That's always what I do. It's always just path of least resistance. I just, I look at some people doing the wrong thing and I just go, should I? No, I shouldn't. I don't care, because then I don't have to involve myself, And that's what you do when you're a child of divorce and has also had drug and addiction issues with multiple people in their family, is you don't believe the world is that malleable. You know it is, but you know that it's only your own world that you can mold. My family members fucked up their own world by molding it with drugs and alcohol and depression and shit. They fucked up their own world. And as much as I squeezed on theirs, I didn't make a dent. So I don't believe that we can inspire others and that we can make people change and that we can be the person other people need in small or big ways. In small ways of teaching a guy a lesson, or in big ways of saving your friend's life. I think that's all horse shit. I don't think anybody saves anybody in this world. You only save yourself. And, I know you can be there for people, but the thing is when people truly appreciate you being there, or they truly want you to be there, it's because they are doing it. That's an active thing by them to go, I'm pulling you in my life because I need you. And if you will help me, I will take your help actively. That's a positive action. That's still their doing. You can't do that you can't give them love without them accepting that love. So in terms of imposing your will onto people and making them change via your perceptions of what they should be, bullshit. You're an idiot. You are naive. And this whole fucking, this belief that, I'm a leader in the world, or you listen to me, or, I don't know. I give up on people, and I'm also energy. I realize so much of my energy has gone places that's gotten me nowhere. Worrying about these family members, talking to them, crying about it, bad exes, trying to help them in their life, seeing my energy just get sucked out of me, and, they smell it, whisked by them, but it doesn't do shit. And so I just give up, and I give people a lot less chances now, Not that I'm cold, I'm at fucking 23 and I don't have anything figured out, But, it makes me a little less nice. There's a guy I work with, and I'm realizing now that I don't like him. And he bugs me. I wanted to like him. I did. But now he bugs me. 'Cause he's always asking me stupid fucking questions. And I'm just sick of it. And what he's doing is he's doing conversation starters, but he's like 30. He's like a grown man, and he's doing conversation starters. I was telling my girlfriend, she was like, well, he's trying. He's probably, got social anxiety. And I go, I know. But I'm not I am done with adults that are still so obviously figuring it out. Everybody's figuring it out, okay? Everybody's figuring it out. Even your own parents are still figuring it out. There's always something to figure out. Life changes so much, you don't have it figured out. You just get through one thing, and then there's the next thing, and there's no figuring anything out. You never learn anything. You never gain any. You just go and, you learn stuff. But I'm saying there's no point, I think, where most people walk around and they're like, I got it, But he's figuring it out at such a basic level of being nervous to talk to people. And it pisses me off because I'm socially anxious. I fucking hate myself. I'm an asshole. I have anger issues. But somehow I have made everybody at the Comedy Store like me enough to be nice to me, that I assume they like me. I can take cues and go, I think all these people like me. They invite me places. They laugh at me. They tell me I'm very talented. They go, wow, you're only 23. You have a good life ahead of you. They're very nice to me. They're good. So I look at this guy who's older than me, who still gets nervous in fucking conversation, and I see that he needs help, and I look at him, and in my head I think, you know what, buddy, I'm not the one to help. Because I see everything you're doing, and I know that you, in your narcissistic, naive fucking brain, think that the minute somebody notices you need help, they'll come and help you, and that is not true, okay? I notice you need help, and you know what that does? It makes me pull away from you because I go, no, I'm not giving you more of my fucking rope so you can take it and not climb up the fucking mountain. You know what I mean? Because I don't have enough of my own. I'm falling every single goddamn day. So just because I see that somebody needs help like that, I do not give it to them now. It's not the other day, I was pissed off. I was eating, and I see him. He's 10 feet away, and I go, he's going to ask me some stupid fucking question. And he goes, hey, what's the longest your hair's been? And I go, I don't fucking know. I didn't say that. I put up my hand, so I didn't say anything. I just go, I don't know. Because I'm not, dude, what is that? What is that? What are we doing? And I can't, I don't want to deal with a fucking guy that every time I talk to him, I just go, what are we doing right now? Every conversation with you feels like I'm doing you some kind of favor. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? I'm sick of it. Life is not a fucking movie. I'm not going to mentor you with kindness so you can find the spark within yourself. That's retarded. Go figure it out. Because I don't have it figured out either, but I'm trying to inch along. All my bones are broken, but I'm just trying to inch along. And, you think, but you should fucking kill yourself. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, well, you should punch that guy. I'm not going to fucking punch that guy. You should freak out in public. I can't freak out in public. Don't yell. Don't scream. Fuck, I screamed a little. I apologize for the scream, and then I move on, and I'm broken, and I'm out of my mind. So I don't have time to fucking go, no, you're fucking awesome, dude. Like, we love when you're around. You just got to be more out there. You should never have to fucking tell an adult to put themselves out there. Obviously, you have to. It's an inevitability. And the Comedy Store is intimidating to me, okay? I'm the youngest person there by a pretty decent amount, all right? Surrounded by more successful, more funny people. And I pick a side, I either get in the mix, in the Door Guy group chat. I got in real quick, started making jokes, trying to be funny. You know what I mean? In conversations, I get loud, I'm big, I try and be funny. Not domineer, but try and be funny. You know what I mean? And when the paid regulars come by, you know what I do? I just shut the fuck up. I don't do a half and half because I know around them, I don't want to bother them. And if they come to me and they talk, then I'm engaging and I'm open and I'll talk to them and I'll try and be myself. But if they're not talking to me, then I stick to my fucking self. I just pick aside because I know if they're not talking to me and I go up to them and try and talk to them, I'm going to be awkward and I'm not going to do it right. So why fucking do it? Until I'm able to actually not be a fucking pussy and just go like, hey, what's up? And start a conversation with them. There's no point in wasting their fucking time and making them see me as somebody that they have to have a charity conversation with, And a lot of people say, well, didn't you just say you were just a pussy there because you know that you're not going to talk to him? Yeah, I knew is the problem. Is this fucking guy over here is every conversation you can tell he's just throwing out a line and you're like, God damn, could you make it any more obvious? It's like watching somebody be a human and you're like, why are you're so not good at this? What the fuck is this? And now it's my fucking problem that I gotta deal with, that I gotta work through. I don't know. It's fine. Yeah, pent up. Okay, this is an amped up podcast. I got a lot going on. Okay, I'm a college football coach now. I have a new game on my phone, which I shouldn't. I don't need a fucking game on my phone. I need to work harder. But I have a game on my phone where you are the coach of a college football program. You don't play football. You coach it. You recruit. You train. You have game evaluations. You pick game day plans. You scout the opposing offense and defense. And you try and build your team. And we are a terrible team. We're such a bad team. It's been losing seasons the entire time. Because you start the game and the team already exists. You already have players on the team. It's like you got hired as a new coach. You know, you're not recruiting all these players. So I came, and they were a better team when I showed up. And through my recruiting and stuff, I have just fucked them up. And they just suck now. And I don't know what I'm doing. And it's funny because I've been watching Last Chance U. I've mentioned it on this show. It's that show about the college football programs. They also do basketball, but I don't fucking care about basketball. But I was thinking, wow, being a college football coach, that seems really interesting. And there's almost a part of me that was like, I'd like to do that. And I knew it was too late in my life. I don't have a sports background to get into that. Would be ridiculous. And I'm talking about, this is a stupid daydream of like, well, if comedy doesn't work out, what if I got into coaching, you know? But it was funny to play a game and to know that I could never. I knew I could never. I knew that I was underestimating how hard and stressful that job is and the kind of intelligence you need to have that I just don't. But it's so funny to play a job. The game is a real job. It exists. People do that for work. And I tried it, and I beefed it. And I was like, damn, this is depressing that I can't, because I'm the coach and I'm trying to coach these kids, but I can't fucking do it. I just can't hack it. I'm not their leader. I'm not the coach, you know, and that's heartbreaking because these guys are depending on me. You know what I mean? They're depending on me to be a leader and to make it happen, but it's not fucking happening, you know? I don't know. I want to get past at the store. I'd really like to get past so I can quit that job and I can perform on that stage. But I had a good realization yesterday, which is that even when I do get past, if ever, my life is not going to get better. And it's still going to be so hard. Because really, with this job, I've mentioned it before, it's kind of the hope is that it's your last job. And after that, you can make enough money off of stand-up to survive, you know? And some of the money that you make there, you can use to survive. And that's the hope, that that's your last job. But I'm not a guy that's going to, if I ever make money off of stand-up, it's not going to be for a long time, you know? A lot longer than after the time I'm past. You know what I mean? Once I'm past, it just means that it's one club that'll pay me to go up. It also means that I lose my fucking day job. And it's funny because I think about getting past. I get so pissed off at work and I'm like, man, I want to get the fuck out of here. I just want to get past. I want to not have this job and feel like a disrespected fucking loser piece of shit. It's all I want is to just feel like I'm somebody and not be the fucking parking lot guy because I want to blow my fucking brains out now. But then I think about it and I think, well, you know, once I'm fucking past, I'm not going to get a lot of fucking spots here. I'm not going to be famous, you know. I'm just going to get a few spots here a month and I'll come in to do Fallout spots and it'll be whatever the fuck it is, you know. And it's not going to be that great, but that was a good feeling to stop and be like, oh yeah. Is one thing that's kind of my closest primary goal in comedy right now is not even going to save me. It's just going to be a whole new world of different stresses of now I don't have a job. Do I need to get a job? Can I make enough money off comedy? I'm a failure if I get another job. How's this going to work? Am I ever going to get out of this place? Is this as far as I'm going to go in comedy? Is this, you know? And it's nice to know that it never ends. You know? It's nice to at least you just know that it's never good. And that if it is good, it's not good for long. So there's nothing to look forward to, and that's better than thinking that right now sucks and the future's better. To know that the future's not better and it's just going to be what it's going to be. It'll just be different. And that maybe in a sick way, I'll end up actually missing my time right now, most likely. I'm sure I'll look, even if I have a successful career, I'm sure I'll look back and I'll go, man, that was fun when I was 23, working at the Comedy Store, doing sets. Nobody cared about what I was saying. I was just exploring things. I'm sure I'll look back and I'll envy it, you know? Because if I'm successful, then people are watching, and I'll go, so good when people weren't watching, you know? Or if I fail and I'm a fucking nobody, I'll look back and I'll go, that's as far as I got in comedy, and that was really fun. That was really fun getting to be there. So what sucks right now is that chances are, as much as I fucking hate my life right now, this is the time I will remember. I feel like it's always your 20s, even if you don't want it to be your 20s. I'm not a 20s guy. I'm not a guy that I don't think my life is happening in my 20s. My 20s is trying to set up a career that will thrive, if ever, probably around the age of 45. Until then, it's just prep and work until something happens. But until then, it's a straight nothing life. That's it. So I don't feel like a 20s guy. And that's kind of probably a bad way to feel, because there's a lot of fun happening right now that I'm missing out on. You know, there's a lot of fun happening that I'm not noticing because I'm so amped up trying to get somewhere, you know? And it's funny because I know this is going to take a while for me if it ever happens. I'm just not a comedian that people want to see right now. And my disposition is not that of a 23-year-old. So you can't throw me on young people's shit. Young people are confused and scared of me. And old people laugh at me because it's like seeing a baby dressed up as an old man. So I don't make any fucking sense right now. This attitude only makes sense when you've had to survive for... Once you're 45, people go, all right, life sucks so much and you've been around for that long that you having gripes is now somewhat justified, which is stupid, but makes sense why people believe it. And that's when it'll make sense. But until then, it's shit. If ever. Once again, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying until then, if ever, it is shit. And that's just how it is. And that's just how it's going to be. And that's why I shouldn't worry about anything, you know? Because it's either going to happen or it's not going to happen. But if it's going to happen, it's not happening anytime soon, you know? And I don't know. Maybe that's a bad way to think, you know? You know, a lot of people tell me maybe I'm too focused on being younger and in the process of things, but I don't know. I don't want to feel like I'm going too slow, because I'm going to rush myself and I'm going to stop focusing on getting better at stand-up, you know? You know, I think, you know, a good career is you're just a nobody for so long. You know, you're like Bill Burr or Louis. Nobody fucking knows who you are, but you're getting better at stand-up. And then one day, people notice, and then all these people notice, and they go, where have you been? And you go, I've been fucking here waiting. And they go, wow, you're ready to do this. And you go, I know I'm ready. I've been ready. The best career you have, by the time you get it, you've given up. And not given up on trying, but given up on the thought of anything good happening to you. So when it finally comes, it's like, ooh, I can breathe a little. I can buy stuff now. I don't have to worry about money. I don't want the career where I get shit now and then I go, wow, life's fucking awesome. I'm 24. I'm fucking rich. I don't want that. And I'm not going to have it anyway, so lucky me. You know? My best case scenario is I'm old and I'm ugly and I'm finally funny. And then people go, okay, I like this. Where have you been? And I go, I've been 10 feet away from you for about 40 years. And nobody's given a fuck. And then I get 5 to maybe 10 years of some good times. And best case scenario, the rest of my life, I get to kind of just keep enough fans to sell shows. And it's funny because it's like you work for so long. Most people's comedy career is in obscurity. You know, the good ones, most of that is in obscurity. You work for 30 years to finally get noticed, to get 5 great fucking years to then get 20 to 30 years where you get to live off of comedy. That's what you're working for. This big pop just jumps you into orbit, and now you're able to circle. But right now, I'm just on the fucking ground. Sometimes digging holes, going even deeper. And it's hell. But I'm supposed to love it because this is supposed to be the part that's making me a better comic. I hope so. But, once again, the likelihood is that this podcast and all my sets that I have recorded will just be memories of a time in my life where I thought I could do something that I can't. And we'll find out if that's the truth, And I know in other comedy podcasts, you have guys that have it going on, and it seems like it makes sense. But when you come here, you get to hear what 98% of comics feel like, which is, this isn't going to fucking work out. And any other podcast that is not done by a famous person feels the exact same fucking way. But like good hosts, they hide it and they talk about other stuff like the sunshine and the Santa Ana winds. That's good podcasting. They get on, they go, it's been windy. And they go, I know. I was walking down the street and I saw a guy eat a coffee cup and the whole thing blew away. And then the crowd goes, oh, I love that. Not here. When you tune into this podcast, you get a 23-year-old going, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do because I chose this thing and it's not going well. And it's been 6 years. And you go, well, that's not that long. And I go, I know, but think about it to a 23-year-old. And you go, yeah, I get it. You must be losing your shit. And I go, yeah, I'm losing my shit. And they go, well, calm down. And I go, I know I should calm down. They go, do it. And I go, I can't. And they go, I know. I get it. That's what you get here is you can talk back to the podcast if you want. When you listen to it, you can just pause it and then give me advice and then act like I'm not listening to you. If you want to feel what it's like to hang out with the 23-year-old, it's the same thing. It's the same conversation. Just pause it, talk, and then I'll go back to what I want to talk about because I'm self-obsessed. And you can feel what it's like to talk to me. I'm alone, but this is a pretty accurate depiction of who I am and how I talk. Just pause it, talk. It's the same exact. I'm the same guy. Anyway, I don't know if this was funny, but I do feel like it was entertaining. I hope it was. Comment if you made it to the end, if you liked it, if this was fun for you, if there's anything particular you liked about this episode or the last episode. Is there anything you guys like that I've done? Let me know. I don't know if I'll use it, but I'd like to know. I'd like to know what things that you enjoy about this podcast. Is it the energy? Is it the topics? Is it a guest sometime? Did you like AJ? Did you like the guest? Let me know. I'd love to know. Anyway, until next week, I hope none of you die. And if you don't do that, then great job. Great to have you back. We'll see you next week. Love you so much.